problem. Well, I will say this very clearly. I'm very proud of their heart. We didn't play near clean enough or good enough to beat a great team on the road. But with the way we prepared and the way we approached the game mentally, and more importantly with what the way they approached the game, with being committed to playing with heart, gave us a chance there early. Keep it interesting early, and for that I'm very proud. The way we started, the way we finished was really good in between. We ran into a really good football team. I don't think anything changed with our intentionality of playing hard or tenacious. I think we just ran into an excellent football team. Very proud of them. Can we play better? Yeah, and we're going to have to, and we need to. We got to play cleaner. We got to play better. But they did what we asked them to do, and for that I thank them.
KJ Jefferson, what's his status?
Well, KJ is going to be evaluated for concussion. I haven't heard for sure exactly where that's at, but that's his situation.
I just think he played.
Well, I thought he showed some signs of he's very talented. There's no doubt about that. Very talented. I mean, this is a tough task to put a true freshman on the road against a team this quality in this environment. But we felt very strongly that his ability to read and do some zone read and some power read and the quarterback run was going to maximize our opportunity to be able to stay on the field and move the ball a little bit. And he's been throwing the ball, and he's just gotten better and better during practice. I thought he did some good things and probably made some freshman mistakes that were predictable or that, you could probably see coming that probably won't happen again. Obviously there was a couple situations that he lost maybe some awareness on where he was on the field and down and distance situation. We got to do a better job of emphasizing that. But he competed hard. I think he was kind of a microcosm of our football team. He competed hard. He did the things we asked him to do, and we just didn't have enough gas in our tank to stay with these guys for 4 quarters.
How valuable do you think this experience tonight is for a guy?
Well, not just him. I think we started 7 true freshmen tonight. And so for that experience, I mean, they'll draw on that and make it. The next time they come here 2 years from now, there'll be some grown men coming down here and not pups. And we got a lot of them that played that will bite you. When they bite you when they're young, they'll bite you even harder when they mature. And so, yeah, great learning experience for them. And now our focus is shifting towards we're not playing for the future. I mean, we got 1 game left, and we got a chance to go to Little Rock, which is home for us, and send these seniors out the right way. You hear coaches say that a lot, but that's our goal.
And so I guess you'd have to say KJ's questionable for next week.
Yeah, very questionable, especially with the short week. That's where we're at with that.
And what happened to Nick?
Nick is in a similar situation as far as evaluation. He's in a similar situation, and so both of those guys will be evaluated by our medical staff. No more tomorrow when we get back tomorrow.
How pleased are we with Lindsey?
Yeah.
I mean, I bet no one had him leading 2 touchdown drives. Have you seen those flashes in practice?
Yeah, Jack is just, he's just steady. He's just really steady, and just kind of keeps his mouth shut and just learns the offense. And he's a great teammate. Razorbacks are obviously very important to him. He's got obviously a wonderful Razorback legacy and heritage in his family. It was awesome to see him come out there and execute, And, we knew going to the game he'd gotten some reps this past week during the open date, a lot of reps. And I was fully prepared, and Joe and I were fully prepared to play him in this football game in any circumstance. And so I was not surprised, A, to see him in the game, and B, I was not surprised to see him just kind of stay within the offense and execute. And he did a nice job, and the fellas did a good job around him.
Barry, you're a little frustrated not able to punch that first one in.
Yeah. You get a team that's quality, that's known the high-powered offense. You got to try to, you got to do touchdowns, not field goals, and that's a good sign of a good football team is to go touchdowns, not field goals, and that's an important thing. That one stung us a little bit that we didn't able to match that. Or then you go into a lot of ifs and buts, in the opportunity. But we're sitting there at 21-6, with about 3 minutes to go right before half, 21-6, and man, we just come up short. I mean, just a half a yard short on a first down, a yard, and I really thought about going for it, to be honest with you, just for a brief moment. But it wasn't the right thing. It was easily not the right thing to do, and to punt the ball, and then for them to get to 28 that quickly, just really at that point, kind of we lost the wind out of our sails. But it was there early. I mean, there was a good gust blowing behind us early, and you could feel it on the sideline. Yeah. Go ahead, Dave.
You mentioned not getting the first down. You had 3 plays where you were right
Yeah.
there, and the players either slid
Yeah.
or ran out of bounds.
That's right.
You could see the frustration on your face, just freshman mistakes, not
Yep.
realize where the mark was.
Yep, that's right. I mean, those are young players that are competing hard, and you get caught up in the call and the formation and the play call, and those things can, you can lose focus on those things. Obviously, as a staff, we have to, the coaches, we emphasize that. We have chains at every play that we run. You know that. I mean, the chains are at a walkthrough. You look over there and it's third down, and we make an emphasis. Hey, it's cash. It's a third down awareness, but those are understandable for a young guy. But here's the thing, and I say this a lot. Smart people, they learn from from their mistakes. Brilliant people learn from watching other people's mistakes, and the rest of the people never learn. And as long as you're in one of those first 2 categories, we're good. Moving forward to be able to make some corrections, and it's not just about the chains. There's all kinds of plays, a hat placement, a leverage, a pursuit angle, detail that you just got to continue to learn how to play those games, because at the end of the day, those little small things all add up to the product and the result of the game.
And the defense got a 3 and out, which I think that was one of the 15th LSU had all year. But after that, the floodgates kind of opened. What did you think about that early defensive stuff?
Oh, I loved it. I mean, they were playing with some heart and some they were flying around and competing with the ball in the air. I mean, it looked like football to me. Looked like an SEC football game. I don't know how that looked to y'all, but to me on the sideline, it looked like 2 SEC teams playing against each other, and that's no moral victory. I mean, we've not gotten to the point where we're in for moral victories. Okay, we came to win the football game. We came to play our best football game of the year. For a half, we might have done that. Just collectively, all 3 units together, we might have done that for maybe 25 minutes of the first half. But we didn't play the football game. We didn't play 60 minutes like that. So now we're going to turn the script and flip it already. And now our charge and our challenge is for when we go to Little Rock in 6 days for us to play our best football game of the year. And we're going to have a chance to win the game.
And then after, you think the defense was just a case of LSU's firepower?
Yeah, they firepower. I mean, they go. Goodness, they go so fast. I mean, I didn't even realize the speed at which they went. I mean, they go quickly. They're just very under control, but yet they go very, very fast. And I thought our guys did a good job lining up, but they just keep coming at you with weapons and calls, and it's just it's a very impressive. It's a different feel than Alabama offensively. I don't know if it's a different scheme or it's just a different feel, but just probably is equally as impressive.
You said it went fast. What was it like for you?
I mean, it was different, but it wasn't that much different, for me as far as just, I've been on that sideline. I've been in this stadium. This is, I think, my 6th or 7th time here, and, I enjoyed it. Especially early on. I didn't enjoy very much the middle part of it, but I enjoyed seeing our guys. At the end of the day, you get in coaching for the players, right? You don't get in coaching for you to coach the game. The joy comes from seeing the guys that you coach excel. And I had my time. I had my time as a player. It wasn't all a bed of roses, but I had my moments in my time. And you coach, and one of the reasons I love coaching here is I get an opportunity to help give those guys those moments, those memories. We came up short of that today, okay? So now I'm turning my focus to giving them a memory in Little Rock where I have a lot of those. And I want them to have that, to capture that in their hearts when they leave. I want them to have a moment in a game that people talk about, that people remember. And we're going to need everybody's help doing that.
What did you say to the team in the locker room?
Same thing I've told you guys. I said if we can capture the heart, if you'll give me 6 more days, if you'll give us 6 more days of that same preparation and just grit and heart on a short week. And we want to give our guys a senior. That senior day we had a few weeks ago was not something they want to remember. And we're not turning into a senior day per se. You know, there's not going to be a big hoopla, but it's senior day 2.0 or part 2 or do-over, however you want to say it. That's my mindset for these guys is we're going to Little Rock, which is home, okay? And we're going to make sure they understand that. And we want them to have an experience that I had, you know, that got Razorbacks before me have had, and Razorbacks after me and after these guys will have. But I want them to have that moment. And if they'll do that, if they'll approach that with the heart and the grit and the resolve that they showed during the open date and their practice and even early on in this game and late in this game, then we'll put ourselves in position to make a memory. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be given to us. Nobody's saying it's going to be done, but I'm just telling you that would put us in position to do that.
Did you tell KJ you start?
When did I tell him? It was been, you know, right away from when we took over and Joe and I had talked, and yeah, that's been in the works for some time now.
I think it was the right call, obviously, to start him, but what led, you know, in your words, why did you decide to start him?
Well, I mean, I obviously we wanted to see what he brought to the table a little bit from his athleticism. Thought that could be a little bit of an offset for us, help us. You know, obviously quarterback run game adds an element from a defensive perspective that, you know, it causes challenges. And he had just kind of progressed in. He kind of hit the moments that he had gotten in there against State and Western Kentucky. You saw a little life come in us, I think, when he showed up, momentarily. But I just thought he had gotten himself in position the way he's practicing and preparing that he was ready for this, and he gave us the best chance to win. And I do feel like we made the best decision, and I think he'll really grow from this moment.
What can you say to the fans about next Friday and what you need from them at War Memorial?
Well, I want them to have that experience, you know. I want to have that Razorback War Memorial feel. And I know that's going to be a challenge for us. You know, we haven't done much to give our fans, you know, that encouragement, you know, that win, that feather in their cap lately. But I know our people, I know our state's proud, and they're proud of their Razorbacks. And I sat in many a stadium watching in War Memorial Stadium many times watching as a spectator, and obviously some of my greatest memories as a player are in that stadium. And we're going to need them. We're going to need them to show up and to come inside. That's what we're going to need. And what I'm going to need to do, and our staff's going to need to do is deliver a team that when they roll out inside that stadium, that they play like Razorbacks. That's going to be my job. And if we can do that together, if they do theirs and we do ours, we can make Friday afternoon really special on Memorial. I believe that. Special as it can be considering the circumstances. And I know it's going to be preached and talked about and reemphasized on my end and our end, how special a place that is and how important it is for us to play well there. And I'm excited about it already.
Two more. Anything else?
I'm looking all right here. I mean, he's got my neck over here. There we go, somebody on the left.
Did you think about John Stephen at all today, or what was his status?
John Stephen, we love John Stephen. He's a competitor. He's got grit. You've seen it show up some this year. He earned the right to start a game this year for us, you know. And just the way they all had gotten reps as the two. KJ had been getting all the ones, so they had all gotten KJ, Nick, and Jack Lindsay had all been getting some of the two reps, and so I was fully prepared for any of those guys to get an opportunity. But I had a good idea. Joe and I did kind of where we were going to go with that. So we knew once Nick went down, it was on the fence on whether we were going to go with Jack or Nick. I made the call to put Nick back in there just because of his experience a little bit, and then it was we quickly went to Jack because it was kind of his time to get in there and give an opportunity.
And Coach, when you met with Coach Al on the 50-yard line, what was that conversation like?
Well, he was very complimentary. I appreciated him. You know, just said, "Hey, man, you got him. You know, you got your guys to play hard," and I appreciated that. You know, I think he saw that early, and I think he expected that. I heard his comments before the game. You know, he expected that. In these situations, you know, a lot of times you see an initial surge of momentum or, you know, excitement, whatever, what have you. And my biggest challenge will be, and they responded. They did. I mean, they respond. My biggest challenge and our biggest challenge, like I told them in the locker room, will be, can we do it again? Can we do it 6 days from now? Can we dig deep? Can we come out and go home and play at home with that same passion and that energy and that heart, because it was there. You could feel it on the sidelines. I could hear it and feel it. And it hung around for a little while too. And we got to bottle that up and get it to instill in them for 60 minutes next Friday. 60 minutes, not a quarter, not 2 quarters, not 3. It's going to have to be 60 minutes. And I'm looking forward to that challenge of getting them to that, to be able to get that with them, get that done with them.
Thanks, Coach Lunney.
Okay.